Hello, this is Mike Fay with Calvin Castine, and we're at Northeastern Clinton Central School for CVAC Boys Varsity Soccer action between the visiting AuSable Patriots and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. For the Patriots, number 2, Todd Thomas. Number 3, Jamie Brissett. Number 4, Casey Meyer. Number 5, Matt LaMountain. Number 6, Dan Hunt. Number 7, Charlie Frazier. Number 8, Patrick Redden. Number 9, Jason Signor. Number 11, Austin Ashline. Number 12, Adam Coolidge. Number 13, Brad Frazier. Number 14, Justin Sewell. Number 18, Denny Doyle. Number 24, Chris Bremer. And in goal, Nate Rock. Patriots are coached by Bob Pulsifer. For Northeastern, number 3, Alan Lapierre. Number 4, Pat Dubuque. Number 5, Ryan Aintill. Number 8, Kyle Edgerton. Number 10, Jeremy Dragoon. Number 11, Mike Ashline. Number 12, Nick Babby. Number 14, Anthony Richard. Number 15, Brian LaFountain. Number 16, Aaron Coulombe. 17, Paul Hamilton. 18, Travis Dupree. Number 19, Brad Supernon. Number 20, Pat Racine. Number 21, Nick Legree. 22, Sean Fay. 24, Scott Morelli. 25, Matt Arno. And in goal for the Cougars, Tyson Dumas. Cougars are coached by Dale Hawksby, assisted by Frank Dumas. Referees for tonight's contest, Todd Lambert and Tom Lacey. This is the second time, of course the first game it was not on hometown cable, but this is the second time that these two teams faced. The first was down in AuSable, was a victory for Northeastern, about a 7-1 victory. AuSable still having a difficult time with their soccer program. A lot of competition between football and soccer for their best athletes. And they don't even have a JV program, which of course means a lot. You can't field a very good varsity squad if you don't have a JV squad and a younger feeder program to train and teach the athletes. A very small team. They've got only 2, maybe 3 subs on the far side. So it looks to be a tough night for AuSable, but we've seen teams come in here before that didn't look like much and looked like they were going to have a hard time with a powerful Northeastern squad, and yet they fought to a tie or were even very close to a victory. So one never knows. One never knows what's going to happen after the whistle starts. And on the far side, we've got Thomas controlling in the center, pushes through for Hunt, broken up and cleared out. Lapierre taken away, and he trips from behind, and it'll be a AuSable ball.
I would say that worse teams than AuSable have beat better teams than Northeastern, Mike.
That's true. That's absolutely true. If a team comes in here, especially a team like Northeastern, comes in here after a big week that they've had, the victory over Plattsburgh in Plattsburgh and the victory at NAC, their 9-1-2 record, 20 points, all alone up on in the top of the CVAC. A letdown, any kind of letdown, and AuSable puts 1 or 2 in, and then crowds the net, plays solid defense, and Northeastern could be embarrassed. I remember, Calvin, a couple of years ago, Northeastern won the CVAC championship in soccer, and they had 1 loss. They only had the 1 loss. They were looking and hoping for an undefeated season. They had 1 loss, and that 1 loss came to these AuSable Patriots. Not the same squad, of course, but came to AuSable. And it was a 1-0 victory for AuSable in a game that Northeastern outplayed them, outshot them to the tune of probably 40 or 42 to 6 or 7. But the Patriots did the one thing that they had to do. They put 1 ball in the net. A long lofting shot that just went over the fingertips of Alan Racine into the net, and that was Northeastern's only loss of the year. So, as you said, it can happen. Coulombe in the center, has a man on the outside, pushes through for Morelli. Morelli controls, pushes through over the other side for Edgerton, and it's out of bounds. A fine save by Rock. Ashline puts the ball in play, and it's headed out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Patriots.
Although AuSable doesn't have a JV, they do have a modified team that played earlier today against the Cougar Modified. But it was a bit of a feeder program.
That is a good sign. I don't know if that's the first year they've had Modified at AuSable or
Since this is our first year, we don't really know.
Yeah. But a lot of these players that are playing Modified would be playing Bantam, and I don't know what kind of youth commission leagues they have down there. White Coulomb called on a push, and it'll be AuSable ball. Thomas couldn't control. Ashline gets it to the near side for Fay. Fay has some room. And it's stolen by Senior. In the center for Hunt. Hunt out to the outside for Ashline. Taken by Fay. Fay up for Edgerton. Edgerton pushed off the ball, but he still comes away with it. Now Fay. He's called for the hold, and it'll be AuSable ball.
You mentioned AuSable having to compete the soccer team with the football team for players. AuSable is the smallest school in the CVAC to have both squads.
Is that right? I didn't realize that.
The other schools, Tupper Lake, Ticonderoga, and Mariah don't have the soccer teams. There are only 9 soccer teams in the CVAC.
And it's right in the center, and it's headed out by Ashline. Lapierre on the far side. That was a very dangerous play. On the outside to Coulomb, back in the center. He can't control, and it goes to the far side, picked up, and out of bounds. It'll be Northeastern's throw-in.
And of course, on the other side of that coin, Northeastern is the largest school to have no football team.
Picked up in the center. Racine fighting for it, but Thomas comes away with it. To the far side, out of bounds, and it should be Northeastern throw-in.
Of course, the Cougars have some good runners that are on the cross-country team.
And this cross-country and track.
Well,
really,
track is in the spring, but cross-country is in the fall. And
right. But I'm thinking of like Scott, that strength he has in track really shows up in soccer and his breakaway ability. And the Patriots called for the push. Northeastern not doing much as far as control, and the Patriots looked a little confused out there the last couple of seconds. And it's a long ball. Rock started to come out and then went back into the net, and it's out of bounds off AuSable. It'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. Ashline again, it's headed, and it was going wide, but it's cleared out by the Patriots defense. Fay can't control. Pushed into the center, and push is called, and it'll be a direct kick for the Patriots.
You mentioned the referees yet?
I did.
You did? Okay. Sorry about that.
But just in case our faithful viewers didn't hear it, is Todd Lambert and Tom Lacey.
Your faithful cameraman apparently didn't hear it or wasn't paying attention.
Throw in by Senior into the 18, and finally had to be. Babby puts it out of bounds because it was a situation where I'll catch his number as he turns around, but he had a good opportunity on net, or he would have, if Babby doesn't put it out of bounds. That's number 2, Todd Thomas. And the Patriots are trying to send a wake-up call to to the Cougars, and there it was, right on net, stopped by Babby, and another header in, stopped by Dumas. So the wake-up call has been sent, and if Northeastern doesn't, I mean, plenty of time. There's only 10 minutes into the game, but if Northeastern doesn't start putting a little intensity into this game, it could be a long night for the Cougars. Engtel to the outside for Edgerton. Edgerton gets run off the ball by number 14, Justin Sewell, and it'll be a direct kick just outside of the box for Northeastern. Right into the center, it comes back. It deflects to the outside. Fay couldn't get there fast enough, and it's a goal kick.
Corner.
No, it was off AuSable. I thought that was off Morelli. So it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. Right through, and that could be dangerous, not called. And Fay takes the ball on the far side. He should get a cross off, and he does. And it's headed out, picked up by Engtel, and he chips high and out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Patriots. And I heard some players calling his name, and instead of Senior, like I was saying, it's Signer. So that is Jason Signer, number 9, and we'll try and correct that as the game goes on. Edgerton with a nice move. He'll get across from there, and it's right through the center. Morelli gets there, and it's in the net. Northeastern draws first blood. Morelli from Edgerton at 11:47, and it's 1-0 Northeastern. A fine play by Kyle Edgerton on the outside. He got through 2 AuSable defenders, took the ball deep into the wing, and then a fine cross that Morelli trapped, turned, and fired into the upper right-hand corner, or actually upper left-hand corner of the net, for the 1-0 lead. Now Northeastern coming down the wing again on the far side. It should go out of bounds. No, it does not. It stays in, and it's cleared out up to Brissett. Must have gone out of bounds, and it'll be Northeastern throw-in. Headed out and picked up by Doyle. Stolen it back by Ashline, and now Babby chips in, and it's headed back out again. Fay heads in, but it's cleared out again by the Patriots. Now Dupree. High and down the wing. Edgerton gets there. Makes a nice boot to get it over the defense's head, but the defense recovers and Signor clears it. Edgerton switches fields over for Lapeer, and Engtel comes away with the ball. Headed by Fay, deeper into the zone, and it's finally cleared out again by the Patriots. In the center, Signor up for Thomas, broken up by Dupree, and now Ashline with a long ball down in the center, headed back by Sewell. Fay over for Edgerton. Edgerton down the wing, and Coolidge put the shoulder into him. And we're going to have a direct kick for Northeastern.
I believe the Cougars have 3 games after this one, Mike. Does that sound right?
That's right. They're 3 games after this, all home. I believe the next game will be against Peru. And then we have Saranac Lake, and the final game of the season will be against Seton.
I will predict that by the time the Cougars get to Seton, they'll have wrapped up first place, because if they win tonight, they'll remain at least 5 points ahead of everybody else, and all they need is one more victory or 2 ties to wrap up the title.
A fine play by Ashline, and he's really hustling. He got the ball twice. And Thomas now deflects off Dupree, headed by Fay. And Coulomb comes away with the ball, and a long ball down. It's going to be a foot race. Rock's got plenty of time, so he will come out. But that looked like about a 75-yard punt. Strong foot on Aaron Coulomb.
And no wind to help that one.
No, sir.
You can see the insects floating around out there. There's no wind here at all tonight.
A very, very nice night here at Northeastern. Except for those of us who have colds. Coulomb on the near side, up the wing for Edgerton. A nice move by Coolidge. And it's in the center. Hunt trying to get by Ashline, but Ashline's going to be called for the hold. And it'll be AuSable ball. And easily stopped by Dumas. High and short, and headed right back in by Coolidge. Thomas tries to go outside. Lapierre gets there and deflects it. And then Morelli can't get to it. Now Edgerton on the near side has space streaking down in front of him. Cuts it back to the inside. Pushes it through, and it's too far. It'll go out of bounds. And Rock puts it back in play, right up in the center for Hunt. Taken by Ashline. It'll go out of bounds. It should be a corner kick for Northeastern. Ashline to Dupree. Ball still inside the box, and the Patriots finally clear it out on the far side. Tripping called, and now it looks like, is that Coulomb on the far side? Yes. Aaron Coulomb on the far side.
Waiting for the...
Right on net, and Rock with the stop.
He's taking that same shot immediately.
And after the trip call, Babby will put the ball in play for Northeastern again, and it's headed out by Sewell. Dupree chips into the box. It's headed by Morelli, but right to Rock. Morelli really getting up into the stratosphere for that header. It's a low shot that's cleared out and finally taken to the near side. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Patriots. Excuse me. Fay down the wing for Edgerton. Morelli in the center. Gives it back to Fay. Fay with a left-footed shot, and it's saved by Rock, and it's taken again, and it just goes wide by Lapierre. And Rock had to be good on that last shot by Sean Fay. A nice setup from Morelli to Fay, and Fay with a left-footed shot that was ticketed for the top of the net, and Rock with a diving to his right save. Couldn't hold on to the rebound, and Lapierre took the shot, but it dribbled wide. And Northeastern putting some pressure on. A mistake by Sewell, but Rock is right there to recover. 19:47 remaining in this first half. 1-0 Northeastern. And the Cougars still trying to get some more. Morelli. Patriots still trying to control. Meyer on the far side. Can't control it, goes out of bounds, and a throw-in for Northeastern. This should go out of bounds, and Northeastern will do it again. Ashline. Legree switches fields. We've got some subs I didn't mention. Matt Arno into the game for Northeastern. Also Nick Legree. And I think I saw a third one. We'll catch a Brian LaFountain on the left wing. Head it right back out again. Fay tries to chest down for control. Rock into the center. Taken by Fay. Fay down the wing for Arno. It went off an AuSable player. Went off Jamie Brissett. And it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Fay with the throw-in. Right to the corner of the net, and it's headed right out again to Brissett. Brissett in the center, and Babby is there. He goes far side, miskicked far side, and Legree should get there before it goes out of bounds, and he does. I didn't see what the call was, but anyway, it'll be AuSable ball. Headed out by Racine into the center, but it's taken back down by Hunt. Hunt can't get the shot off. Dupree clears, and it comes right back, and Dumas makes the easy stop. Northeastern able to keep those shots from a fair distance, making it a little bit easier on Dumas, taken back by Hunt. Now Thomas goes back to Bremer. And again, as you can see, the Patriots are trying to control, but they don't seem to. Now there's a good ball, and Babby heads out to the far side for Racine. Meyer right there trying to pressure, and he forces Racine to go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Patriots. Headed out by Babby. Deflects into the center, and Coulombe chips high to the far side. Nobody there except Patriots, and they should be able to clear it back, but it deflects off LaFountain. Sewell in the center. Morelli just missed getting the ball, but Sewell was able to keep control. Now Legree on the far side. It's out of bounds, and he throws in quickly before the Patriots can settle. Morelli still trying to get in, walks right in on Rock and puts the ball in the net. Northeastern's second goal. Scott Morelli unassisted at the 24-14 mark, and it's 2-0 Northeastern. And we've got some subs in again. Pat Dubuque just into the game. I guess that's it, just Dubuque. Into the center for Meyer. Taken back by Ashline, and then now Racine. Racine off the head of Hunt. Now Dubuque steals. He's got Arno on the outside. He pushes the ball to the outside. Arno, if he can get there, he does. No, he doesn't. LaMountain turns it into the center, but it's stolen back by Coulombe. Coulombe to the outside. He'll get across. And it's a low cross, and it's blocked. And the Patriots come right back again. Stopped by Dubuque. Now Coulombe with a low shot right on Rock. And he throws out on the far side for Austin Ashline. It has to be very, very tough. We've talked about this before. Teams who come from far away, only to get blasted here at Northeastern. Somebody coming from Saranac Lake or Ticonderoga or Tupper Lake or or even AuSable. AuSable is a pretty long drive to come up here and get your head handed to you. But so far, with 13:41 remaining in this first half, it's only 2-0 Northeastern, the #1 team in the CVAC, and the Patriots have only given up 2 goals so far. So they've got some things working for them. Brissett to Thomas. Thomas pushes one through, but Racine is there and he chips up. Had reverse spin on it. Dubuque tried to turn it, but he couldn't. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Patriots. Sewell gets it back to Coolidge. Coolidge into the center. Now on the far side, Frazier. He goes down the wing, it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Babby stops it. And hustling down LaMountain, deeper into the zone, and Dupree clears out for Northeastern. Now I understand what the Patriots are trying to do, but this is very dangerous because they've got a lot of room between their goal and the line that they set up. And if that ball can squish through, then they've got some operating room to get the shot on net. But it worked. It worked for the Patriots this time. I see Jeremy Dragoon into the game for Northeastern. And anybody else? I don't think so, just Dragoon. And it'll be a goal kick for the Patriots, but just in case. That last headshot that just went wide of the net was by Nick Legree. And Coulomb will take this throw-in. Dubuque's with the shot, and it goes high over the net. It'll be a goal kick for the Patriots. Fountain on the far side. He'll get a left-footed shot off, and it's just over the crossbar. That's a handball. And Babby headed into the center by the Patriots, pushed from behind, and it'll be AuSable ball. Rock coming way out of the net to take this kick. I don't know if that's a smart move, but it worked.
You better not miskick that one, huh?
Yeah. Again, the Patriots hold their line up pretty far. And here it comes. Somebody caught it right in the face. And it's finally cleared out. Dupree called for the charge, and it'll be a direct kick for AuSable. I don't know who that was. Brian LaFountain, maybe? They caught that ball full in the face.
I was zoomed in a little bit because I was waiting for the ball to come back, but it looked like LaFountain when I was zooming out. And
Bremer has to go off for something. And that's not a good sign for AuSable. They only have 2 or 3 subs to begin with. And to have one go off injured, it's going to be a tough night for the Patriots. Hunt to the 18, knocked out by Dupree, and Coulomb controls in the center. Near side attempt for Dragoon. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Sewell can't control, and it'll be another throw-in for Northeastern. And Rock comes out and makes the stop and steps all over one of his fullbacks. And it looks like we've got another injury. I think that's Sewell, who's had a pretty good game at center fullback. And when Rock made the save, he just stomped all over Sewell. And maybe another AuSable player won't continue. 7:57. The clock is stopped with 7:57 remaining. And we'll just stand here and hope that Sewell gets up and walks off on his own. And maybe that wasn't Sewell, because I see him out there now fighting for the ball. And it's in the net. I think that was pushed in by Dragoon, but it might be Arno.
It's Arno.
That's who it is, Matt Arno, with Northeastern's third goal. And Northeastern's third goal, Matt Arno from Jeremy Dragon at 32-16 mark. And it's 3-0 Northeastern. Arno hurt on scoring that last goal. And he left, and we're trying to figure out here who...
I think Morelli's back in there.
Morelli came back in, yes.
He's back in, so I don't think he was in there before.
And that's one thing that Northeastern doesn't want to see, of course. They're having a great season. As Calvin said, 5 points or so in the lead for the CVAC championship. And in a game like this, they certainly don't need any key players injured. Arno scored 2 big goals over at NAC the other night to help in that victory.
Yeah, I think he's got some water.
And a very important offensive threat for Northeastern, so that's one thing they don't want to see. You can't avoid it, of course, no matter who you're playing or how good they are, but Legree deflects into the center for Morelli. Now Coulombe pushes one through. Morelli gets there, but Rock gets there at the same time.
Dangerous kick.
Oh yeah, I guess, man.
Kicked the goalie in the chest, Steve.
Wow.
He got
And usually that's a card.
he was bending down to pick up the ball, so maybe because he was bending, he didn't have real control.
Babby. And it's cleared out. Do I see some rain coming?
Rain last night. Just a very fine, misty rain.
I don't know if that's dead bugs falling out of the sky or if that's a little bit of rain, but...
That's what I thought it was at first last night, but it turned out to be rain. That looks like rain again.
Morelli in the center.
Shooting stars.
Deflects to Brissett, and Morelli gets it right back again. He goes to the near side for Dubuque. Dubuque up the wing for Dragon, and Dragon into the center for Coulombe. Nice playing by the Cougars. Coulombe will get a cross off, and it goes behind the net. And with 4:57 remaining, it'll be AuSable ball. On the far side ash line, out of bounds, and Northeastern throws it in. LaFountain. Little contact on the far side. Northeastern bench had a laugh over that. And Morelli in the center. He'll get a shot off. And it's a low one, and Rock is there to stop it. Rock throws out quickly onto the near side. Dubuque intercepts. And Dragon with the shot. And Rock with the stop. The ball gets by the Northeastern defense, and Babby recovers. I don't know if they just nonchalanted that, or if they didn't expect the AuSable player Meyer to have that much speed. But the Cougars, just like that, right back at the AuSable 18. Blocked by Sewell, and Sewell pushes up for Frazier. Frazier, or rather Thomas, back in the AuSable zone. Ashline. Ashline still carrying. Broken up by Sewell. That's not Sewell, that's Signer.
That's why you're saying Sewell, so you won't have to say Signer.
That's right. Call goes against Northeastern. It'll be a direct kick for the Patriots. Chested down by Ashline. Ashline up for Morelli. Morelli. To Coulomb. Coulomb pushes through for Morelli. Morelli tries to turn it, and Rock with a fine save. That was a nice play. Coulomb and Morelli. Morelli got the shot off. Everybody did everything right, including Rock, who made the save. And it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Dubuque quickly down the wing.
Good smart throw.
And Dragon gets right through two defenders and throws the ball into the center, but it's cleared out by the AuSable defense. Now Coulomb taken away by Thomas, and a long pass down, stopped by Babby, and Thomas does it again. Babby takes it deeper into Northeastern zone. It's finally crossed. Nobody can get there. Dupree just got there in time to nudge the ball away from Bressett, and the Patriots came that close to getting their first goal of the night. And Signer will take the direct kick. And it's right on, it's headed, and it just goes wide. Very, very good play by the Patriots. They were probably a foot away from getting their first goal. A fine effort by the Patriots with 1:13 remaining in this first half. Legree. And two missed kicks, and it comes near side. I don't think Dubuque will be able to get it. Yes, he does. Fine effort, fine hustle by Pat Dubuque. He couldn't keep it in bounds, but he got to the ball. Hunt. And Dubuque chips into the AuSable zone again. Now Dragoon into the center for Morelli. Morelli tries to keep it going on the far side for LaFountain. LaFountain with 24 seconds left. Northeastern trying to get their fourth goal, and read well, anticipated well by Coolidge, who steals it, but Northeastern gets it right back again. Now Coulomb gets to the 18. He'll get the shot off, and it's across the goal mouth to the far side, and with 6 seconds, that's the way the first half's going to come to an end.
I think Lambert could have headed that in if he'd tried.
I think so. And the first half is over. 3-0 Northeastern. We'll be back in a couple minutes after this break for the start of the second half. Second half underway. Northeastern going with their starting lineup here. We've got Anktil on the far side. He switches fields over on the near side rather. Switches fields to the far side to Fay. Fay with a left-footed shot that's deflected by Sewell. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick.
Well, after the miserable weather last week, it's so nice to see people walking up here with shirt sleeves on. And
yep. Patriots put the ball in play. It goes far side. And out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Headed by Fay and then Morelli. Morelli gets it back off the deflection, but it's taken back by the Patriots. Patriots coming up through the center. Babby is there to stop it, and Lapierre on the near side. Chested down by Anktel. Down the wing for Lapierre. Lapierre tried to come back. Anktel swung around the inside and came away with the ball. Coulomb with a long throw. Stopped by Sewell, but deflects right back in again and then cleared out into the center. Babby. Broken up. Now broken up again by Fay. Lapierre to Coulomb. Coulomb to the far side. Rock comes out and makes the stop. Stopped by Babby, deflected to the far side to Fay. Fay down the wing for Edgerton. And it's finally pushed out of bounds by the Patriots, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Fay headed by Morelli, and Rock is there to make the stop. Headed in by Fay. Morelli gets it back to Coulomb. Coulomb can't control. Now finally does. Cuts it back to the inside for Morelli. Morelli taken back by Babby. Babby moved up a little bit. You got Ashline playing in Babby's position. Edgerton on the far side. Controlled by the Patriots, and it finally goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for AuSable. Broken up by Fay, and AuSable will do it again. Patriots deflect into the center to Thomas. Broken up by Babby. Babby pushes through, and there's Lapierre, but it was touched just at the last second by the Patriots defense. It'll be a corner kick for Northeastern, but a fine play by Brad Frazier to keep the ball away from Lapierre. And this should go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern.
That's good, that's good.
Lapierre trying to get it to Anktel. Anktel called for the trip, and it'll be a direct kick for the Patriots. Babby in the center. Stolen by Thomas, and Thomas trying to get something going. Fay gets way up to head it, but it's corralled by Signer, but with a handball. And it'll be Northeastern's ball. Babby, a long ball. Rock gets there. It bounced over his head, but he caught it over his shoulder. And with 34-17 remaining in the second half, it's 3-0 Northeastern. Dupree on the far side, up for Edgerton. Edgerton still controlling. Pushes into the center for Ashline. Ashline can't control it, and it's stolen back by Thomas. Now taken back by Edgerton. Babby switches fields for Lapierre. Lapierre into the center, taken by Coulomb. Coulomb trying to get a shot off, but can't maneuver. Fay on the outside to Edgerton. Edgerton chips high, and it's off the crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick. Patriots trying something new, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Northeastern's throw. Anktil into the center for Morelli. Morelli has Lapierre going through, but he passed behind him. Lapierre takes the shot. It goes over the crossbar, and it'll be another goal kick for the Patriots. Headed by Coulombe, up for Morelli. Morelli to the outside for Edgerton. Edgerton cuts through. He'll get across from there, and he does, but it's cleared out by Sewell. Thomas, broken up by Dupree, but Hunt comes away with the ball. Hunt up the wing, intended for Brissett. And it'll be AuSable ball. Deep in the northeastern zone. Taken by Babby and cleared. And it'll be AuSable throw-in. Fay up for Edgerton, but it's chipped back in. Deep in the northeastern zone, and Anktil up for Lapierre. Lapierre with a long ball down for Coulombe. A nice ball down the wing, and Coulombe. It's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northeastern, and they're going to send in subs. In fact, looks like about 6 of them coming in. Northeastern substitutions: Matt Arno, Brian LaFountain, Paul Hamilton, Pat Dubuque, Jeremy Dragoon, and Brad Supernow into the game for Northeastern. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but I'm sure I'll catch up to him in a second. Thomas in the center. Pushes back for control. Frazier. Bremer has plenty of room, and it's out of bounds off LaFountain, and it'll be a throw-in for AuSable. Headed by Ashline. Hamilton, and Supernog gets there. Thomas. Bremer. Bremer still controls off a deflection. He gets the cross off. Stopped by LaFountain, or rather Dupree. And now Hamilton up into the center. And chipped right back in again by Frazier. Taken back again by the Patriots. Brissett goes to the outside, pushed off. Dubuque, tenacious, won't let him make his move, and it finally goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Patriots. And it'll be a goal kick for Northeastern. Patriots still fighting on the far side, but Dupree clears up into the center. Now Coulombe, taken by Sewell. Now Ashline tries to tip it to Coulombe, but he couldn't do that, and it was intercepted by Signor. Now deep in AuSable zone, a fine trap and clear. Taken by Ashline on the near side, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for AuSable. Superna took a little too long, and it's deflected deep in the northeastern zone. Babby gets there. And it goes out of bounds off Thomas. And it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. Dumas, a fine punt. deflects to the far side for Dragoon. And there's a foot race. Ashline and Dragoon. Dragoon gets there. Can't control it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Patriots. Now they're going to call it a drop ball. And the Patriots come away with it. Blocked by Dubuque. Patriots having a hard time getting out of their zone, and now they finally do. Up to Charlie Frazier, but it's out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. A long throw-in, chopped by the goalie Rock, out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Northeastern. And it's deflected up and out and in and out, and the shot finally taken off the post.
Supernow was 17. He almost had a nice headshot.
Yeah.
Almost went in there.
Too many people touching it within split seconds. I figured with my cold, my tongue would fall off if I tried to say it all. So now we have Arno with a quick turnaround, and it goes wide.
Especially those guys with 3 syllables in their names.
That's right, like Charlie, huh? Headed back by Dubuque. Cleared out by Bremer. Patriots still having a hard time. In the center, Hamilton. Hamilton goes outside for LaFountain.
Oh, it was Hamilton who took that shot then. Hamilton, it was 17. Supernow number 19, is he?
Yes. And it's off the post, almost in again for Northeastern, and
Hamilton.
It finally is.
Hamilton got it.
Was that Hamilton?
Paul Hamilton.
Very good. Northeastern's 4th goal, Paul Hamilton, and I'm going to say unassisted because I didn't see who touched it before at the 15:48 mark. Makes it 4-0 Northeastern. Headed right back out again. Picked up by Hunt on the far side. He can't save it, and it'll be a Northeastern throw-in.
Good chance Cougars are going to win this one, and as we said at the start, they're 5 points ahead of the second place team, which is the Bobcats. And with 3 games to go, they'd have to lose them all to not at least be tied.
I haven't seen the newspaper. I know they have usually only once a week they put the soccer stats in, the standings. I'd like to see them put it in a little more often, because in a matter of, especially in a busy week, you have 2-3 games before you see the standings again. That's a dangerous play.
Football is fine because they only play once a week, but
right.
Soccer's
soccer with 2, sometimes 3 games a week. You really need it in there a lot more than it is. Now Arno gets the shot off, and Rock with the stop, and LaFountain had an opportunity, but he went wide.
that was Coulomb.
Was that Coulomb? I'm sorry. And I believe that Northeastern is 9-1-2, which gives them 20 points. On the CVAC, of course, 2 points for a win and 1 point for a tie. And I think the Cats, do they have 6 wins?
They're 5 points behind, whatever.
They would be 6. I know they have 4 losses. Northeastern has played 12 games, so that would be 6. 4 is 10, and 2 ties, I guess. That would give them 12, 13, 14 points. That still is a 6-point difference. So I'm not exactly sure where everybody stands in the league.
There's a bye that fits in there somewhere, and it depends where your bye comes in. Maybe the Cats have played one more game than the Cougars. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. Well, we'll have to wait for the standings, but you're right. Northeastern is certainly in the driver's seat of the victory tonight. And here we are, 4-0 with 21 minutes left. I don't think there's too much of a chance as Anthony Richard comes into the game for Northeastern. I don't think there's too much of a chance for this AuSable squad to come back. I believe there's always a chance for them to put a goal or two in if Northeastern gets lazy, but they're not going to come back and win this.
Going into Monday's game this past Monday against NAC, the Cougars were 3 points ahead. A Bobcat win would have left the Cougars still in first place. But the Cougars won, and that put them 5 points ahead.
That's right. That's right.
And everybody else was at least 6 points behind them at that point, and remained at least 6 behind. And it's really bunched up for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yes.
Of course, by the time this is seen, we'll be into the sectionals, and all this will be history, but this gives people a perspective of what's happening while we're here.
Yes. Well, I think everybody's waiting for the time when we go live, you know?
Well, we are live.
Oh, we're taped.
We're live right now.
We're live right now,
at this
but
very moment.
We'll be taped when they see us on Hometown Cable.
Part of the original franchise agreement back in 1982 was that the schools would have the ability to have two-way system at the school, and it's nothing the schools ever pushed for, and it's nothing I've ever pushed for, because I think if I start doing any games live, people are going to sit in their living room rather than coming to the game.
Good point.
Especially when it gets to be January. Why would you want to come cheer on your favorite team when you can sit at home and watch it?
It would be, maybe on like a regional game out in Potsdam or someplace down in Syracuse if there was a possibility to do it.
Well, not there, because you have to tie in right with this cable system.
Yes. Okay.
But if it were somewhere that is in a continuous line with this cable system, like the channels like CNN and USA, those there come right out of the Watertown, Carthage area.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a continuous line from that far away.
Anthony Richard called for the push, and it'll be a direct kick for the Patriots. We're down to 18 minutes remaining.
So what I'm saying is, technically we could do it from Potsdam, Canton, Malone.
Taken by Babby. Babby up the wing, headed by LaFountain to Arno. Arno with a nice head for LaFountain. And whoa! They may never find that ball.
It's out of here. That's a home run in anybody's ballpark, Mike.
Not worth 3 points in soccer, though. Legree up for Arno. Arno through for LaFountain. LaFountain gets the shot off, and it's just... I thought that was going to be in. I thought Rock misjudged that, and that was going to go in. It just skimmed the outside of the post.
Oh, you remember that infamous goal? It was against AuSable several years ago.
That's right. I remember it. My oldest boy, Mike, that's when he played.
The goalie just stood there and watched it. The ball went in the net. He
actually kind of stood and put his arm out almost like a bullfighter, Olay, and it went right into the net. And boy, I tell you, he wished he was someplace else when he did that.
Of course, it was a game like this. It was the 6th or 7th goal that went in, but still, it's embarrassing.
Dupree off the chest of Rock.
He meant to do that.
Now Superna. Headed down by Ashline, taken by Bremer. Bremer shot wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. And that should be AuSable ball. It doesn't. Yes, it does.
I'd say the CVAC has probably been the most balanced it's ever been this year, Mike.
Absolutely, it's a real good sign. It makes these games, almost all the games, important.
There are
And
six. Go ahead.
It's just good for the sport. It really is. When a school enters a season, and you have to feel sorry for an AuSable. I don't know how many wins they have so far this year, if any. Saranac has had a tough time also, but when a team enters a season and knows that, you know, they're only just they're playing for the love of the sport because there's no chance that they're going to win very many games, it's got to be very tough for them. We don't have that up here at Northeastern. We've always have competitive teams, and they're always fighting for it, for the CVAC and for the Section 7 championships and things like that. So we're kind of lucky in that. But a lot of schools aren't that lucky, and they hang up their soccer spikes a lot sooner than we do, in both boys and girls. So that parity is very important. It's good for the sport.
Well, there are 6 teams that are really right at the top of the heap, and the other 3 have all had games against the upper teams that they can be proud of.
That's right. Broken up by Richard. Thomas still comes away with it to Bremer. Bremer stolen by Legree. And Legree up for Arno, and Sewell gets there to clear it out. But I've seen some of the most entertaining soccer this year. I recall the tie against NAC early in the season, right here at Northeastern. The tie in Seton. That was a very, very good, exciting game. The win against NAC the other night, the win against Plattsburgh. Some very, very good soccer, very entertaining soccer. And here come the Patriots, and it's cleared out by Superna. Frazier with the throw-in, it's headed, and Dumas with the stop. Dumas with a big punt. Beyond midfield, headed down by Sewell. And Richard with the save on the near side. He's got a wing and pushes a good ball down the wing for LaFountain. LaFountain with a nice move. He'll get a cross-off. And it's right there, and Dragoon with the goal. Dragoon from LaFountain, and it's 5-0. Northeastern. Northeastern's 5th goal. Jeremy Dragoon from Brian LaFountain at the 28:06 mark. And Northeastern in total control of this game. As I said earlier, this is a game that pretty much just for the numbers now. See if we can get some more, people who are involved with the scoring race for the CVAC. But this is a game that could be tough. You'd hate to lose a player in a game like today. Hunt runs over the ball, but it's still controlled by the Patriots. At least you could justify it to yourself a little bit better if a player is hurt in a big game, and of course you never want to see any injuries, but if they are hurt in a big game and it's a play where they save a goal or something, you can kind of justify that to yourself. But somebody hurt in a game that is over and has been over for quite a while, really. pretty hard to justify that. Over the head of Sewell, it's foot race. Arno gets there. He'll get a shot off. And he pushed Sewell from behind, and that'll be a AuSable direct kick. On the far side, Patriots still can't get anything going, and Dupree chips deep in the Patriot zone. Lapierre gets there, but it's cleared out by Frazier. Now Ashline brings it right back again, out to Lapierre. Lapierre can't cut it, and it's Thomas who puts it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Northeastern. Richard into the center. Ashline with a nice move to keep the ball in Northeastern's possession, and it goes far side for Edgerton. Edgerton will get across from there, and there it is. And Lapierre can't get the shot off, and it's headed in the net. Nick Legree.
Came out of nowhere.
Nick Legree from, I'm going to give it to Lapierre. I'm not too sure on the assist, but Nick Legree from Lapierre at the 10:30 mark makes it 6-0 Northeastern. And I just heard one of the AuSable players right before the tip-off there saying, come on guys, let's see if we can get one in the next 10 minutes. So you got to feel a little bit sorry for these guys. They're still trying, they're still plugging, but it's got to be very hard when you come into a place like that, like Northeastern, and get, as I said earlier, get your head handed to you. Edgerton on the far side makes a fine move to get by both defenders and gets the cross off. Rock with the stop, and finally he dropped it and then had to clear it out. Excuse me, with his left foot. Legree right back in again. Now Dubuque to the far side. Edgerton will get it right back. Still in play and cleared out by Sewell. Patriots still controlling on the outside. It finally goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. We're down to 7:54 remaining in this second half. It's 6-0 Northeastern. Cougars scored their first goal at the 11:47 mark of the first half, and it took them about 13 minutes to score their next goal, and from that point they never looked back. They've been in absolute total control. Patriots, I'm going to say that Dumas has probably made four, maybe five saves, and none have been extremely dangerous saves. The Patriots had one shot, a header that deflected just wide. It was probably their very, very best opportunity at a goal, and that was at a time when Northeastern was already ahead 3-0. And it seemed that they got a little bit lazy defensively, and the Patriots tried to take advantage of it but couldn't. So the game in Northeastern's total control from early on, and with 6:44 remaining, it'll be a direct kick for the Patriots, and they sure would like to put one in. Just get one behind Dumas. Northeastern certainly wants the shutout, but it's a fine shot, and Dumas is there to make the stop. Headed out into the center, picked up by Legree. Legree has Lapierre on the near side, and he gets him the ball. Lapierre, nice give and go to Legree. And Legree will get the cross from there, but he had to stop it. It'll finally go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Northeastern. To Richard. Richard chips high, and it should go wide.
Last time the newspaper put the state rankings in, the Cougars were in it, and at that time so were the Bobcats.
Northeastern rated number 10. The Cats, I think, were 14 or 15. But since then, there's been the Cats have lost a few, so I would imagine that they're out of it. And one thing that I did notice in the state ranking, that now that you brought that up, was the boys were C,
where they belong, and the girls were in B.
Girls were in B, but yet even in B, the girls were rated.
Which kind of shows you the value of the state ranking.
Yes, yes.
They don't even know what division they're in, and they're voting on it, so it doesn't mean that much. It's just nice to say it. But
yeah, and it means something as you get into the regional play and semifinals, because you can see you're going up, 6th place, 5th place, 4th place, whatever, right up to 2 and 1 like the Cats did last year. That's kind of nice. But at this stage, when they say you're rated number 10, you're right, it really doesn't mean a whole lot. Dubuque down hard, and a push called. And I think that was Sewell who threw the ball, and it certainly could have been a yellow card right there. And it's headed out by Bremer. Dupree, the ball had turned around, and they couldn't find it. Now we've got a foot race, and the Patriots pushed to the outside by Babby, and he finally kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Patriots, and with 3:45 remaining, AuSable trying to get something going.
I'd like to see him score a goal myself.
Well, there you go, almost. Dumas with a fine save, and that's one of his the tougher ones he's had tonight.
They make their trip home a little more pleasant.
That's true. As we said, it's a long ride on that bus when you come into a school and get blasted. And Edgerton on the far side, Northeastern coming right back again. Edgerton crosses, Lapierre is there, and he misses. And Dubuque doesn't. Pat Dubuque.
Lapierre was passing the ball to Dubuque, Mike. You just misunderstood.
Okay. A fine effort by Kyle Edgerton to cross that ball over. Lapierre passing it to Dubuque, and Dubuque getting the Northeastern's 7th goal. So Dubuque from Lapierre at 36:55. And it's 7-0 Northeastern. I said earlier that the last time these two teams faced was down in AuSable, and it was a 6-1 victory for Northeastern, or 7-1. I don't quite remember the exact score, but it was a blowout down there also. The Patriots able to get 1 goal late in the game, so they're trying to do the same thing now. Headed out. Hamilton pushed that out of bounds, and it'll be another throw-in for the Patriots. Hunt tries to turn it and does. Out beyond the 18, Thomas gets there, but it's stolen by Lapierre. Lapierre, he has some support. That whole line is right with him. Fine positioning for the Cougars. That is really good positioning. And Lapierre switches fields over to the far side. Dragoon to Legree with the shot, right on, and Rock with the stop. Northeastern shots have got to be in around 30 or 32, 33 shots on goal, maybe even more. Who knows? They've had the position all night. They've taken shots all night long. Deflects into the center, and Thomas gets it back again. Broken up by Babby, and now Ashline. And it's a big boot down that Dumas will have no trouble with. Down to 1 minute. Actually 1:05 remaining in this second half. I know they're going to want to close the concession stand, so we'll give a quick wrap-up in the final minute of play. Again, Northeastern in total control the whole way. Morelli scored the first goal from Edgerton at 11:47, and the second goal was Morelli unassisted at the 24-14 mark, 2-0 Northeastern. Matt Arno scores the third goal with the assist going to Dragoon at the 32-16 mark, and the first half ended. It was 3-0 Northeastern, and right now we've got a man taken down inside the box, and I think the Patriots are going to have their opportunity. It looks like it's going to be a penalty kick. And while we're waiting for that injured player, the first half ended 3-0 Northeastern. And in the second half, at the 15:48 mark, Paul Hamilton unassisted. Well, I'm going to give it to him unassisted because I really didn't see who hit it before him. But that was at 15:48. It was 4-0 Northeastern. Jeremy Dragoon from Brian LaFountain. Jeremy Dragoon from Brian LaFountain at the 28:06 mark made it 5-0 Northeastern. And Nick Legree from Alan Lapeer at the 30:30 mark made it 6-0. And Pat Dubuque just a few minutes ago scored at the 36:55 mark, assisted by Alan Lapeer, for Northeastern's 7-0 lead. At this point, there's 34 seconds left, and a injured Patriot taken off the field. I don't know who took him down. A guy was doing the recap, and I didn't see who took him down, but there is going to be a penalty kick. He was taken down inside the box, and from the position on the field, I'd have to say it was probably Nick Babby, and it looks like Rock
will take it, and probably should point out what you meant by the concession stand closing. That's where we're plugged into, and that's why we have to get this show over with and get unplugged so they can take off and leave.
And Rock with the shot, and it's in the net. So Nate Rock has the distinction of being involved in every goal scored tonight. All 8 goals he had something to do with. The first 7 were scored against him because he's the AuSable goalie. And the last goal was a penalty kick that he just scored against Northeastern to make it 7-1. And with 14 seconds remaining, this game is over. Let's all unplug and go home. 7-6-5-4. 2-1, and there's the buzzer to end the game, and it ends a 7-1 victory for Northeastern. And I've already given you the recap, so I'm going to say that's the way it was on this 9th day of October, 1997, at Northeastern Clinton Central School in beautiful downtown Champlain. Northeastern victorious by a 7-1 margin.